Are the stock pickers that are on Fiverr, are they legit? I wanted to know. So I reached out, I paid them for their gigs, and the results are in. Who will emerge the stock picking king of Fiverr? What is up, my YouTube friends? My name is Adam and this is Broke Man Finance. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I typically do. In this video, I'm going to show you what happened when I paid 5 stock picking gurus on Fiverr to pick stocks in a competition. So stick around to the very end and find out who is worth the money for their stock picks. Fiverr is basically a website for freelancers of various skills and talents to post ads for their services. You can find anything on Fiverr nowadays. The other day I went on there and I typed in pick stocks just to see what they had. And to be honest, I'm not sure what I was expecting, and to my surprise, I had numerous choices for the most part, and they all had reasonable prices. And for the record, this is not a paid for by Fiverr or sponsored by Fiverr in any way. This is a 100%, I know some YouTubers do that. This is a 100% legit, I paid for everything. I'll probably post a receipt or two on here. And it's also not sponsored by Sam Adams, but if y'all would like to help a brother out, then we can make something happen. I literally contacted everybody on Fiverr that said that they could pick winning stocks. But I ain't about that wasting money life, so I explained to them what I wanted to do, and I wanted to have a competition amongst them, that I wanted to have a stock pick for the week and for the long term. I wanted this to be a challenge. I didn't want this to be an easy thing. I had 5 souls that were brave enough to respond back with a yes. They were in. They were up for the challenge and up to the task. The challenge was this. I want 3 stock picks that you think are going to do well over the next week, and at the same time, a company or a stock that you think will do good in a long-term setting that I'll probably look at in around the next 6 months. The only thing I was looking at was I want to see who's got the best percentages up. Who picked the stocks that had the best increases overall. Add them all up. If it's negative, it's negative. If it's positive, fantastic. I don't care about dollar amounts. I don't care if Amazon went up 1% and you made more money than somebody else, but their stocks went up 20%. Doesn't matter. Who picked the best stocks that had the most percentage gains? But let's be honest. Picking a stock for 1 week is a very tough thing, which is supposed to be because it's a competition. That's the challenge of it. But I do understand the market is a son of a hootenanny. Whatever that means, I'm not quite sure. But I do know that 1 week's terrible stock pick in 6 months from now could look like a genius. In reality, I wanted to go head to head with all these guys and compete with them because I'm super competitive and it sounded like fun. But I knew it would be easy to accuse me of just waiting till the end of the week and picking 3 winning stocks and making it look like I won this thing. So I chose to bow out and just be the judge. Now, let's meet our contestants. First up is Luca Q93. I hope I'm saying that right. Luca Q. He is an ambitious and hardworking individual. He can handle multiple tasks on a daily basis competently. He speaks 3 languages and has a degree in international trade and finance from the University of Milan, Italy. Graduated 2020. Next up is Aaron Ho 962. He specializes in stocks and options trading, has 2 years of experience in trading, and aims to bring more people into the world of options trading and stocks by teaching the basics of stocks and options. Next is Kyle Finance. Kyle will provide you with his 3 top stock picks that he spends hours researching to give us a chance at a big financial opportunity. Next is Dylan_FMVA. He will provide expert investment and stock trading advice and picks. He says investing can be closely compared to gambling if you don't know what you're doing. So let him provide us with the right advice and recommendation to transform our speculatory investments into a strategy that will ensure long-term success. Lastly, we have Finance Daily. He will send us his current stock picks. He puts together a top 25 stock pick list every month, and he looks for value and momentum. He has a master's in public accounting and does his own analysis and manages his own portfolio. But remember, this is not financial advice and should not be considered financial advice. I can dig it. Now for the 3 stock picks of Luca Q93. Luca Q93 picked Delta, Global Payments, and Syros Pharmaceutical. So let's look at the 1 week of Delta. Looks like it was up 0.37 for about 15 cents. Global Payments was up 4.33%. It's around $8.94, not too bad. And Luca Q's last pick was Syros Pharmaceutical. Unfortunately, they've been having a great run, but this week they dropped nearly 19.5%. But if you're wondering why somebody would pick Syros, look at these three figures. 1 month, they're up 31%. The 3-month mark, they're up 21, almost 22%. And over the past year, they are up 57.37%. It's easy to see why Luca Q93 would have picked this one. And I believe that Syros could be a definite contender to be one of the top stocks in the next 6 months on this list. There, I said it. That brings Luca Q93 to a negative 14.75%. Next on the list is Aaron Ho 962 stock picks. Aaron Ho's first stock was Palantir. Unfortunately, this week it went down 16.7%. But again, this is another very solid pick. Over the past 3 months, it's still up 144.7%. Easy to see why that would be a pick. Next on the list is Alibaba. And if I was in this competition, this would have been one of my picks. Alibaba fits perfect for this. It's had some bad news, so the stock dropped. It's easy to rebound within that week's period, which it did some. But over the long term, people are expecting Alibaba to recover. This would have been one of my picks for sure. Alibaba was up 6.64% this week. And lastly, Pershing Square up 5.67%. That brings Aaron Ho 962's percentage to negative 4.4. Next on the list is Kyle Finance. Again, Alibaba, I knew this was going to be a popular pick. Up 6.64%. Next up for Kyle Finance was Bitfarms. It started off the week around 277 and ended around 2.48. That is a negative 10.46% decrease on the week. His third company, and one that I just made a video of here recently and I am very bullish on, is the Very Good Food Company, or Very Good Butchers if you're looking for it online. It started off the week around $6.95 Canadian and ended around $6.17. Not a good week for Very Good. That's a decrease of around 11.22%. However, like I said, I'm very bullish on Very Good. I see why he made that pick. I still think it's a good pick, especially whenever we start pushing out towards that 6 month to a year mark. That brings Kyle Finance up to negative 15.04% on the week. Fourth on the list is Dylan_FMVA. Once again, Alibaba for a positive 6.64%. Next on the list for him is Steel Dynamics, and they came in at a positive 0.82%. And finally, Disney at a positive 3.14%. The first one on here and the only one on the list thus far with all in the green, and that is a total of 10.6% in the good. Good job, Dylan. Last but not least is Finance Daily. Finance Daily's first pick was GameStop. Unfortunately, though, this week they had a rough week and they were down 11.25%. However, I can see why this is such a great pick. The past month, they've been up 13.34%. 3 months, they're over 87.71%. And on the year, GameStop is up 208.5%. Can y'all read that? This is what I got to deal with while I'm sitting here trying to type. It says, Adam, get some liquor. Moving on. Finance Daily's second pick was British American Tobacco. They were up 0.05% just for a couple cents. And lastly for Finance Daily, and probably the boldest pick for this entire thing, was Mallinckrodt PLC, a definite penny stock. But with great risk comes great reward, or just great risk, because it was down 25%. Unfortunate for Finance Daily. That brings his total to a negative 36.2%. All right, the results are in, and we are here to pick and finally announce the king of stock picking on Fiverr. And remember, whoever the last place now could be in first place 6 months from now. So in fifth place, we have Finance Daily at negative 36.2% on the week. In fourth place is Kyle Finance with a negative 28.32% on the week. In third place, we have Luca Q93 with a negative 14.75%. In second place, Aaron Ho 962 with negative 4.4%. And the winner is Dylan underscore FMVA. He was also the most expensive, but rightfully so. He gave me 10.6% in the good on his stock picks, and he sent me over a pretty substantial packet for my money. Pretty legit. In about 6 months, we're going to check back in with these guys and see how their stock picks are doing. We'll see if Dylan holds on to first place. We'll see if anybody moves up from the bottom. But in this stock market, anything's possible. Big shout out and thank you to all the guys that participated. I'm looking forward to seeing how these stock picks carry over to 6 months, a year from now, whatever. But that's not an easy thing to put yourself out there like that. And honestly, all the stock picks were solid picks. Some of them had good, every stock has good weeks and bad weeks, but they were all solid picks overall. I can see why every one of these were picked. Until next time, I hope you guys have a fantastic 2021 as we get this thing started. I hope your stocks stay green. I hope you stay safe and everyone takes care.